Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in here today. I got another gun review here for you. This is of the Sig Sauer M400 AR-15. As you'll see here, it's not your typical Sig M400 that you're going to find in a store or on their website or anything like that. I've made a few enhancements to it. So I'll walk you through everything that I did here, and show you just what I think of the gun overall. But so we'll just for starters, this is a AR-15 semi-automatic direct gas impingement gun. Has a 16-inch barrel with the A2 flash hider. That's pretty much what you're going to find from the factory. It's the carbine length gas system, which a lot of their other rifles that they have, the Sig 516 and 716, they are piston driven, whereas this, like I said, is gas impingement. So this is kind of a bare bones AR-15 as you're going to find it from from a gun store or something. But don't let that fool you. You're still getting a lot of really good features in this gun that you're not going to find at this price point for for a really high quality gun. Sig is obviously well known for their handguns, and they're starting to really be known for their rifles. And this is one of them that I think is going to be around for a really long time, and I hope it is, at least, because I really like it a lot. So like I said, it's a gas impingement gun, 16-inch barrel, which is nitride treated, 1-in-7 twist. It is chambered for 5.56, so you're good there. Made out of 70-75 T6 aluminum, I believe is what it is. And up top you do have a rail. Now, like I said, I did some modifications to it and added this handguard. The way I bought it back in 2011, it just had the regular plastic handguard with your delta ring and your front sight post. So I did a few modifications to it. Cut off the delta ring and took off the front sight post, cut the top and bottom off, and kind of used my Dremel and kind of got it down to fit as a low profile gas block, because for the Troy handguard you're definitely going to need a low profile gas block. These handguards are really small around the barrel, and so you need the smallest gas block possible to fit there. If you watched my previous a couple of videos ago about the Troy Defense 5.56 carbine, it also had this same rail, and I really liked the rail on there. So I wanted to get another one, obviously, and I liked it so much that I wanted to put it on this AR. So sticking with just what all the gun comes on it. It's a standard mil-spec trigger. When you're gonna get it from the store, the way I had it was just with the regular A2 pistol grip and buttstock, which obviously those are simple upgrades to make, which I did. But they're starting to make them now from the factory with Magpul furniture, and they even have them now that they're Cerakoted in different colors and everything else. But as far as the internals, the gun itself has not changed. They actually do have a different gas block now on some models, to where it's just kind of has the riser on it with the rail. So if you didn't want the sight post, and then you could attach an optic, or a front sight of your choosing on there. Obviously you'd want a steel sight if that was the case. But something that's really cool about this gun is it has actually QD swivel points that are actually on both sides of the rifle, so you can attach one on either side if you want to, which I think is really cool. It's part of the receiver, so you don't need to put a different sling plate on the back or whatever. I mean, you still can if you want to, but you don't have to. Just has the selector on one side, It is not an ambi selector, but it does have a, there's your mag release. It does have an ambi mag release, which, some people like that. But the gun, is pretty standard, but it's going to be very accurate, very reliable. I have over 1,500 rounds through it without a single malfunction. Knock on wood, hopefully never do, but yeah, not a single malfunction. I use mostly Federal 193. I have some Hornady tap rounds that are kind of a defensive round, and they ran flawlessly through it. Very, very accurate. You're going to get about, right around 1.5 MOA out of the gun, at least that I found, in this one, which you can't really ask for much more with a 5.56 16-inch barrel. It's a government profile barrel as well. You can't really see with the handguard over it, but it's the government profile. So that's pretty good accuracy. You can't really ask for much more, like I said. I've ran it. It's about 6.5 pounds from the factory as it is. Obviously, the more stuff you add on it, you're going to increase the weight a little bit. So if weight is a big concern to you, might want to be diligent with that. I haven't changed out the flash hider or muzzle device. I haven't changed it out to anything. I probably will sometime here soon. But as it is right now, it's a very controllable gun. And the mil-spec trigger is something that a lot of people like to swap out. For me, it's kind of, I can take it or leave it. I run a mil-spec trigger just fine, and it doesn't really bother me much. In a combat rifle that this is. I've been really happy with it overall. It'd definitely be something I would recommend to anyone else. The one downfall to it would be, I think, the carbine length gas system. The mid-length gas system is kind of taking over, and people are seeing the benefits of it. And if I was, from now on, the future guns that I'm going to purchase, I would want them to be a mid-length gas system. Just a little bit easier to control, but don't let that make you shy away from this gun, because it still is very good. Just kind of your basic M4. If you want the shorter handguard, perfect. If you don't want to have the extended rails and all that stuff, if you're not into that, then go with this. There's no reason to to go to something else, because it's very, very good, very well built. There's also something else I forgot in here. Let's see here. There's a little pin down in there, if you can see that, right above my finger. It's actually down, in the receiver, but and what that is it puts pressure up on the pin to keep your upper and lower from vibrating or flexing at all. And how you get to it is you take your pistol grip off, and there's a little Allen bolt inside there, and you just tighten it or loosen it to whatever you need, and it keeps you from needing to have an AccuEdge or something to prevent your upper and lower from flexing at all. So that's pretty cool. I thought that was pretty neat that they included that as part of the gun. Like I said, properly staged gas key. Not sure if it's MPI tested or not. You can check online on our website, and it might say if they are or not. I'm just not sure. But I haven't had any problems with the bolt or any gas leakage out of the gas key, anything like that. It's been very, very good, and I'm really happy. This is my very first AR purchase, and really, really a good gun. Also with it, I bought this back in 2011. I don't know if they're still doing it, but when I bought it, it actually came with a Sig Sauer. You can see it there. It's upside down, but it's a Sig Sauer case, hard plastic case, which I thought was pretty cool that they included that. I don't know if they are anymore, but so that's basically it as far as the gun's concerned. I mean, it's going to fill a lot of roles for you. If you wanted it to be a hunting gun, it can definitely do that. They actually have models out. You can check their website. There's tons of different models out, for hunting purposes, or with different types of barrels and handguards on it. They have a lot of different models of this gun, so I would say it's a pretty good seller for them if they're releasing a lot of different variations of it to kind of fit the niche market for hunters or target shooters, competition. It's going to fit all those roles. And then you can, the AR is so great because you can modify it to fit whatever different role that you may want it to. So, it's pretty good for that. And it's a very competitively priced for the high quality that you're going to get out of it. So, I would definitely, like I said, recommend it to someone. Really a good gun. Except for, like I said, if you're not a fan of the carbine length gas system, then I understand. That would be, I guess, the only drawback to this weapon. So, I guess that's about it for the gun. Now we'll kind of get down into the accessories and how I've kind of changed some stuff up on it. This isn't how you're going to get it from the factory. So I'll just kind of walk you through some of the things that I've done. So we'll start in the back. Like I said, it did have just the regular 6-position A2 collapsible stock. I changed this out with the Magpul CTR. I think it's a really, really good stock. Lightweight, has the ability to actually lock it down so there's no wobble in the stock, which I really like. Really comfortable. That has different cheek or shoulder pieces you can put in here. 5.56 doesn't recoil that much, but if you want to, you can do that. This is the Magpul Myad grip. I like it a lot too. I might switch it out. Give something else a try just to see how I like it or not. But I like this one. It's been on there for a long time and worked well for me. It has adjustable, or you can swap out the back strap and front. So if you don't want this little finger groove here, you can take that out. Has different palm swells on the back and all that stuff. Also has a little storage compartment under here for batteries, rounds, cleaning kit, whatever. This, I can't remember what type of sling swivel quick detach this was, but you can find them just about anywhere, and so that works pretty well. This right here is probably one of the most important upgrades I would make to any AR right off the bat, and that is the BCM charging handle. If you can see there, that's the medium. They have a smaller one and a larger one, medium latch. But I would say this is one of the most important things that I would change on a rifle. Magpul flip-up sights. I really like them a lot because they're lightweight. You just press on either one of these tabs, you can press in the middle, and it'll flip up and it stays up. They're pretty rugged. Adjustable, has your different peep sights. I really like the sights a lot. There's other great sights out there. Obviously, there's a lot of them. Daniel and Troy and There's tons of different brands that are making really high quality sights, but I like these a lot. My red dot is a EOTech XPS-2. I'll show you what the reticle looks like on that. There we go. So that's a 1 MOA dot with a 65 MOA ring around it, which is pretty cool. So you can range targets. There's obviously a big debate over which is better, EOTech or Aimpoint. I really think either one you're gonna be happy with. EOTechs are they're gonna be a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. Not gonna have as good of a battery life, but you're gonna have different better reticle options, more reticle brightness settings. I think there's like 20 something on the EOTechs, and you have a wider field of view than you would have on something like an Aimpoint. So you just have to weigh that and see which is more important to you. And but so far I really like this a lot. That'll probably stay on this for as long as I have it. And then moving forward a little bit more, this is the Troy Alpha Battle Rail, with the 13-inch. This is the FDE from Troy, which I really like the color on that. Not too dark, not too light. It's it's really nice. The rifle, as it came, had just the the carry handle, which I don't even think they're making them with the carry handles anymore. I think they've pretty much done away with those, which I liked having the carry handle, because when I would put the rail on, I'd put the carry handle over top of it to make sure that the receiver and the rail were perfectly in line with each other. So I'd tighten the rail on there and then tighten the bolts around the rail, just to make sure that it was all snugged up. So that's about all I use the carry handle for now. So I'm glad they shipped it with it. But so yeah, Troy handguard, 13-inch. Like it a lot. Really narrow, lightweight. Allows you to get a really good shooting grip on wherever you need to. You can put rail sections all along here. So yeah, like the handguard. Again, a Magpul front flip up sight. I like them a lot. Lightweight, flip up, stay up. They're pretty rugged. I remember reading some some testing that a company, Gun Magazine, had done on several different types of backup iron sights, and the Magpuls did really well. They were really rugged, and I think they flipped them up and then threw them on the ground on a rifle and all this stuff, and they held up pretty well. Still have the flash hider, but I have a Surefire Scout 300. Really a good light, and sitting on a Haley Strategic drop wing mount with the tape switch that came with the light. Really a really low profile way to have the light attached to your weapon. I really like the way that's attached on there. So. So I think that's about it for the gun. I wanted to, I also painted this, so, if those of you are wondering. And, this is what I used, Rust-Oleum camouflage. This is the tan color. It's a, ultra flat finish. So when I had my old handguard on there, I did have the whole thing painted. And then I put another handguard on there, a UTG handguard. because I still had the front sight block, and the UTG rail was the only thing that was long enough and it had a cutout for the front sight post. It was a quad rail, which, you know, I'm not a huge fan of quad rails. It's a little heavy, but that was pretty much all that was available at the time. And it was, you know, $100 or something. And it was actually a pretty good rail. Just a little heavy. And then, you know, I saw some ways to, you know, that you were kind of able to do this, and I kind of worked up the courage to get the front sight block off there, and, you know, decided to go that route. But if you have any other questions, leave me, you know, leave it down in the comment section below. Questions, comments, anything like that. Any ideas for upcoming videos? And you know, I'll be sure to get to them. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, that's about it. Stay safe. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.